today. From Lumen Field in Seattle.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback? So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got
touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert from 8 yards out, and the Eagles have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Second and 2. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early. Loosen things up.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going.
There he goes, right side. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Personal foul. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one complete. Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. And this is good for a first down. His 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. Hurts. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up. Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 1st down carry for Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That escapes this, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Touchdown! Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. He lets it go deep for Olave. This is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 67 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. The quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
61 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Walker fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after 3 drives that ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Olave as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. The extra point up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. You see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. And yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Nice work on the return. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he's got room. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a run with Walker. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that foot. He's going to be a foot or so short. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to... So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down. And Walker once more. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So the Eagle offense coming on here as they'll try for 2 points. Hurts will throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Olave with his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 2. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. They're going to look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Back to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Hurts throws complete to Goddard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. They'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On first down, Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now 2nd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one too wide and incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession, gigantic. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On the give, it's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Sticking with Walker on second down. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now back to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing is Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And they'll try to squeeze in 1 more play here before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. It'll be Hurts on the option. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 1. 1:07 remaining. A field goal could send them to the Super Bowl as they come up here on first. It got his man complete. There he goes again. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out and decide to run the football, you often find good running lanes.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. He's back to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Seahawks are the NFC champs. Time for us to sign off. Thank you so much for watching, and good night, everybody.
Today, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 62.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. And able to get this out to the 25. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's Elliott, complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they can't bring him down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 24 yards. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win. That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long. A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as this Super Bowl progresses? They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Walker now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. 7-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Walker with another carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Sliding out of the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 89 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They'll set up a throw. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jerome Baker, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Again, it's Walker. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Now 2nd and 9. Up the middle, here's Walker. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise I knew he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre first down calls in the history of the National Football League. A fake, and it backfires.
Well, we've seen a lot of
first down.
Yeah, you're right. And we've seen a lot of innovation throughout the years in the NFL. I mean, we've gone from the single wing to the T formation to shotgun, right? Running spread, run and shoot, you name it, right?
To first down field goal
fakes. First down field goal fakes. I think that's an innovation that will not catch on.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 11. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Barber. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. And fortunately here for them, he's going to be taken down before he can gather much momentum on the run back. So no fireworks on the final field goal attempt, and that'll do it for this first half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as he'll start up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barber. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Third down and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
19 Chargers.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Barber. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive, but the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Raiders! An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to wind up incomplete, so they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete, so they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Oh, that was taking a big risk there. They faked the spike, hoping to catch a defense napping, and they weren't. In the end, this does wind up stopping the clock, but now you're looking at a fourth down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. It's a big play there for Vegas.
53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 125 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
18 Cardinal. Riggs. Panther 11.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready? Cougar 19. 17. Ready, go.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Raiders are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, They've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Jacorian Bennett has it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll try and run it here, and he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
18 Rattler.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff running through the middle. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Raiders are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warriors 70.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
View a player's motivations, and you have 3 evaluation periods with each.
Now on the clock, it's the Las Vegas Raiders. The Seattle Seahawks are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Seattle Seahawks. The Las Vegas Raiders now on the clock. Next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock. It's the Detroit Lions now on the clock. The Detroit Lions now on the clock. Now the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock. Next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. The Seattle Seahawks are now on the clock. It's the Steelers now on the clock. On the clock now, the Seattle Seahawks. With the next selection, the Saints are on the clock. The Denver Broncos are on the clock. Next up, the Titans are on the clock. With the next selection, the Lions are on the clock. Next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock. The Chargers are up now. They're on the clock. Now the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock. On the clock now, the New Orleans Saints. Next up, it's the Broncos on the clock. It's the Tennessee Titans now on the clock. The Seattle Seahawks are now on the clock. Now on the clock, the Los Angeles Chargers.